Hello and welcome to the Frame100 podcast, season 4, episode 2. I am joined by my co-host Chris. Chris, hello.
Hello, how's it going? I think we had a little bit of extra music in there accidentally in the stream, but I think everyone's still
Hello
pretty good.
and welcome to the Frame100 podcast.
Something
By my co-host Chris.
hang
Chris,
on. Sorry about that. We had some extra audio bleeding over. I apologize, everybody. As you can see, we're still trying to figure out this whole stream thing, so bear with us. Hopefully that's the last of the accidents. Anyways, Tom, take it away.
I panicked a little bit there because I was on the wrong chat. But anyway, welcome back to the Frame100 project Welcome back to the Frame100 podcast. We've got a nice chill episode today. You can probably tell by our informal intro. We're gonna have a nice little chat with the chat today. Nice chat. We're gonna talk about some of the contests that are coming up this summer. Some of the exciting contests, and I know Chris has got the goss on that. So yeah, we got a couple of people in chat today.
Yep. Yeah. So let's go through the rounds. Hello, Star Wars Studio. How's it going? X Sims, LOTW Studios, Gareth Pugh, Goblin Animations, Brickfilm Guild, and Dragon Brick Studios. How's it going, guys? With the chat delay, you're probably going to be all, what's with the sound? In just a little bit. So apologies again in advance. Anyways.
Also, today's episode is sponsored by It's Coming Home. It's coming home. Okay.
Woo! You know, I don't even live in the UK, and I literally celebrated leaving the UK about 3 days ago. But you know what? Go UK, because you guys need it. You need this victory, and you shall have it.
Oh, it's so coming home. It's so coming home. Right. Anyway, enough chit chat. This is a Lego podcast, Chris. Stay on topic, please.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, watch this segue. Are you ready? Speaking of bringing it home, they brought home the prizes for the Silent Voices contest over at Bric-a-Brac.
Oh, that was nice.
Thank you. Smooth as butter on an ice rink. Yeah. So without further ado, watch this. Click. Boom. How's that? So here we go. The Silent Voices contest over at Bric-a-Brac, formerly Contest Without Voices. And holy crap, guys, we had a massive turnout for this thing. 40 different entries, all kinds of various topics and takes on the whole silent part, and things worked out pretty well. And so what you're probably thinking is, well, gosh, who won? And where do I watch all those entries? And, well, here's the page, actually. So we have our winners down here. In 5th place, we have Lego T-Wins Animations with Sold. 4th place, Atlas Animations with Run for Your Life. 3rd place, Formal Lens with Whitecap. 2nd place, MB Studio with Loneliness. And 1st place, Altern with Lego Dog. This was a pretty crazy contest. I've talked with a lot of people afterwards, and we were all kind of surprised by some of the winners. And we're like, whoa, wow, we did not see that coming. Oh, wow, that guy totally, he was totally going to take it. But we had a pretty good turnout. And I just want to quickly note here, Gareth said, I think butter would probably freeze and stick to an ice rink.
Yeah. I was just trying to think of a witty comeback for that, but actually, he's probably right. I was like, but we could put salt on it. But then I was like, but then it's really not that smooth. And I was like, fooled.
Yep, there we go. Oh, well. Okay, now I can't segue that back into the contest, so I think we'll just leave it be. Butter would freeze on an ice rink.
Yeah, it probably would.
But yeah, there we go. Contest Without Voices.
Wouldn't be able to believe it was butter. There we go. That's as close as I can get. Okay. So
there we go.
Contests.
Yep.
I just have to say, I know obviously this came in last week, but shout out to Chris and Trevor for doing this swanky new format. This is nice. I like this video content we've got. It's fun.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that you weren't there for when we went through the rundown of the system last week. But hey, glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
Hopefully this will allow us to engage audiences a little bit more, show them a little more instead of just telling them. And we'll see how it goes.
So congratulations to those top 5 there. Did a good job there.
Yep. Good job, guys. Nailed it.
I really like the direction that they're taking contests on Bric-a-Brac because it's original, I think. So obviously they did the 8x8, which is not a new thing, obviously 8x8x8. But the contest without voices, has this been done before? I'm not
I
really.
don't believe so. When we talked about the idea in the staff meeting, it seemed like something we had just thrown out there. No, I'll see what I can say without breaking moderator policy. But with Brick-a-Brack, we usually try to do like one contest every 2 months. So usually about 6 contests a year, give or take, depending on scenarios. And we try and do animation challenges every 2 weeks or so. But again, it depends on when we're doing contests and events and such. So usually most of these, like we have a few that traditional, or well, I guess traditional. The French guys have been doing it for a while, but we're only starting the tradition with the English guys. But like in terms of, like, say, compared to Bricks in Motion has a pretty hard and fast tradition of certain contests, like Brawl, which we will be talking about. What do you know? And with a lot of these, we kind of just throw around a bunch of different ideas on what we think would be interesting to see, different ways to challenge filmers, and see how they can, think outside the box, or in the case of the 8x8x8, inside the box.
Yeah, exactly. I like that. Yeah. I'm just reading the chat. Shout out to Squad 42 for crossing the 100k barrier.
Yeah.
That's cool. Here's to the next 100k.
Indeed. Which is pretty awesome, because if I recall correctly, and correct me where I'm wrong, Gareth, Squad 42 kind of started off slow. I was a little disappointed at first, because I'm like, guys, do you not see what you're seeing? Look at this thing!
We were all pretty shocked. We were like, oh my goodness, how is this thing not blowing up? It'll blow up. I have full confidence. Confidence. It's the next Lego in real life. It's got to be.
There we go.
It's got to be.
Well, it's already gaining momentum. It's easy to get into the YouTube mindset that your video has to start off strong and skyrocketing, and then eventually it's going to taper off. But that doesn't always happen.
I guess it's sort of maybe born out of the fact that I guess when films come out in the real world, inverted commas, it's sort of it's like they have a massive opening weekend and then it sort of tails off. But I guess brick films aren't really like that. They sort of might grow over time or spike random. I mean, I've had a couple of videos in the past that have just like blown up randomly, and you're like, well, what's happened?
Yep. I'm in the same boat. Well, the problem is the one that blew up randomly. I don't know why it blew up randomly.
and that's step 2. It's like it blows up, and you're like, how do I do it again?
Well, this is my legacy. To quote a song, when I'm gone, when I fade away, is the weekend whip my only legacy. Moving on from that depressing note. Anyways, congrats, Gareth. You the man.
Yeah. So LOTW Studios has put in an interesting comment. Brawl is under 3 hours away. Chris, are you participating this year?
Well, watch this. Boom! Transition to Brawl. Dun-dun-dun. I'm thinking about it. See, here's the thing. This has caused a little bit of bit of a stir in the community. There's 2 big contests going on at the same time: Brawl and then Brick-a-Brack's Summer Contest. Now, the Summer Contest is an animation-based contest, and of course, Brawl is an animation-based contest. So I'm trying to see if I can pull together an entry so I can do both at once with the same video.
Whoa! Can you imagine?
It will be pure insane. I'm thinking at this point it's gonna be Bob and Randy episode 2.5, because from there, boom, I have characters, I have sets. Let's go.
There's so many mod bricks.
There's so many mod bricks.
You might luck out and it might be the same mod brick, and it's like, oh my goodness, yes. I can't remember. Do they release the themes before the contest opens? Do we know what it's sort of loosely going to be about, or?
I don't quite believe so. So let's see here. All right, there's the button. So scrolling down here, the theme and mod elements are going to be announced later on, which you guys probably can't see this too well on the podcast, but I am looking over the theme and mod elements portion. Just goes over the rules of the mod elements. This is over the Bricks in Motion forums. We don't know what they are. We will hopefully know really darn soon. Someone in the comments, please correct me if I'm wrong. And from there, we will see how it goes. And yes, Star Wars Studio 100, I am going to try and do 2 at the same time. And what's there to lose? I can either win 2 contests, win 1 contest, or lose both contests. If I lose both contests, I'll just go order pizza and drown my sorrows away. or eat
I
missiles
mean,
away. I
to
don't
be
know.
fair, it'd be a pretty good achievement if you did manage to pull it off. To be honest, and it was a Bob and Randy themed episode. It'd be pretty mental.
Challenge accepted. Because I think I've put off Bob and Randy episode. Okay, do I want to call it 2.5 now, or do I just want to call it 3 and make the current episode 3 4, and then the part
Or
2
you
to
could
3 5?
you could call it like Bob and Randy the Lost episode.
I love it. Tom, you the best. You the
You
best.
had to
Don't let
clap off
anyone tell you
camera there.
otherwise.
I'll
go.
drink to that. So you can find out for those of you who are perhaps new to this community, where can they find out this information, Chris?
Okay, so this is going to be over at Bricks in Motion, right over here. Bricks in Motion.
Brawlers over at Bricks in Motion. That's cool.
Yep. The wonderful thing is that if you just click forums right here, these 2 banners will be at the top the entire time for the duration of their contests. So you'll just be able to click on those and then boom, head right on over. Make your life easier.
Easy.
And of course,
Easier than sliced bread.
Yeah, exactly. Bricks in Motion, the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah.
And if you see this guy over here with, is that a dolphin with sunglasses? I think that's a dolphin with sunglasses profile picture there. Chris Wynn, he is the guy to talk to. You may remember we had him on a podcast, and he was dropping
Coolest
off some
dolphin I
hints
know.
about Brawl. He's the guy to talk with.
Nice. That's exciting. And I think, if I remember correctly, there was quite a few entries last year, wasn't there?
I
Brawl.
can't remember how many. I know.
I think.
Yeah, you
I
probably
want
know
to
better
say
than I
there
do.
was probably. Was it in the 20s? I feel like it was 25 or something.
Oh,
So
wow.
I know I did my brawl really late. I decided to do it really late. Like Austin was on my case on the Sunday and the Monday. He was like, "Dude, just do it," and I was like, I don't know, And then I threw something together, and I did manage to place. I think it was about 8th, so I was quite happy with that. We'll not be doing it this year,
impressive.
unfortunately.
Oh,
But well, I don't know. I'm just like I'm graduating this week, and then like there's a load of stuff on. Like one of these years, I want to just like do it properly. But yeah, I'm concentrating my brick filming time on some other projects. So that's exciting.
Dead Space 2 confirmed.
Yeah, but what about Guns of Cordis? Got it.
When does Zero? Never mind. But yeah, Matt got on my case about that. He's all, and you had to put it in the vlog for Chicago. And I'm like, of course I did. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Right, it's gonna be like 15 years from now, and Matt's gonna be like, you had to bring it up again.
Dude, I'm gonna find his retirement home when we're all old and wrinkly. And be all, Matt, when's Dead Space coming out? And he's gonna hate us all. Yep.
Oh god.
Indeed.
Oh, thank you very much, Gareth. I've just finished off a maths degree at the University of Bath, so
nice.
that's fun.
Congrats, man. It all added up in the end.
Yeah. Chris, you graduated this year as well, didn't you? No,
yes, I did. Something a lot less scarier than math. You are a soldier. You are
I just woke up this morning. I've got because I finished my exams because in the UK it's a couple of weeks after until we graduate, and I finished my exams about 5 weeks ago, and I woke up and like my brain is slightly finally starting to recover, and it's like oh my goodness. Like I picked up a book the other day, saw some page numbers, and I just sort of like my brain went into spasms, and it was like
goodness gracious.
Goodness, yeah. So enough of the flashbacks. Enough of
the torment.
Torment.
Yep.
I like that Easter egg.
Ooh, there we go. Torment 2 confirmed. No kidding.
Torment trilogy confirmed. Ripped away confirmed.
Ripped away 3. Ripped away harder with a vengeance. I don't know.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Fun stuff.
Ripped away.
Goodness
Great
gracious.
Film. Yeah. So I guess this is a good time. Throw out in the chat. What contest is everyone doing this year? And who's excited for what?
Indeed. That'd be a good way to just go about it. Throw out a contest you're excited for, and if it's on the list, we'll talk about it and pull up the webpage. If it's not on the list, we'll talk about it. But no guarantees on the webpage. In the meantime, though, oh man, see now the gears are turning on how I'm gonna do Brawl, how I'm gonna do Brickback Summer Contest and how it's gonna be Bob and Randy all at once because that's
I
a
was literally
little too
talking to
intense.
Jared the other day, and I was like, there are so many contests and films going on at the moment. I've literally had to make a spreadsheet just so I remember things. It's just like you
Goodness
just got like
gracious.
the dates and the what? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We're in too deep. We're in too deep, Chris. We're in too deep.
We've gone in too deep. Well, we got LTW Studios saying Brawl and Movie Magic. Well, watch this. Bada boom, baby. I love the transitioning thing we can do here. I'm having too much fun with it. And then Garrett says, I wish I had time to do a contest, but I'd probably be ineligible if I did a CGI
Yeah,
film.
that's an interesting one. That's. I mean, are you read up on all the rules and stuff, Chris? Quite well.
Yeah,
You were quite
it's still
quite
a
the
little
man on the scene for
unclear.
8x8.
Yeah, I know. With bric-a-brac, I mean, we're not as strict about what needs to be what you call it stop motion versus CGI. I think it's because we never really ran into the issue of trying to distinguish between the two. But you never know. I know with the
I would hate to do all that rendering, all those hours of rendering, and then them to just say, and you're out. Like I was really expecting something like that for the 8x8. It'd be like, you moved your base plate. That was using more than 8x8. And I was very ready to just be immediately binned, but fortunately I was not.
Which that would have been a shame, really, especially just trying to throw everything in.
Yeah.
Ooh. Here's something interesting. All entries must be primarily composed of stop motion animation. 3D, flash, or other animation techniques may be used in addition to stop motion, as long as the finished product is at least roughly 70% stop motion animation. So as long as you could get
R.I.P. Gareth.
Yeah.
R.I.P. CGI Gareth. He might be able to take it back old school.
There you go. Rip 70% of Gareth. The other 30% I think is fine. Yeah, which
rip.
This could go into another discussion entirely in and of itself.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think if there were more 3D animators within the brickfilm community who put stuff out there, I could see the demand of a 3D CGI brickfilm contest.
I think it's really only a matter of time. Now the good man has broken the ice.
Indeed.
It is what you scrolled by some prizes there that looked pretty sick there, Chris. What's the prizes for this contest?
Yeah, these ones are pretty cool. One thing I like
hefty prizes.
Yeah, indeed. Like you can't turn down Dragon Frame unless you already have Dragon Frame. In that case, put it on a second computer, you lazy butt. No, I'm kidding. Seriously, that'd be the best.
Or just put 2 copies on one computer. Just be that guy.
Be that guy. Can I have a copy of Dragon Frame? No, but you have 2. Still no.
Still no.
But yeah, we got Dragon Frame here. We got Brick Stuff Lights. These things are beautiful. Lego Architecture Sydney. Sorry, not Sydney, London. I can't identify cities. Yeah, look, it's a architecture set of Gotham. And then this brick stuff tape, mica. I've heard of mica actually.
Oh, is that the tape that's like you can stick on walls and it's like flexible and stuff?
Yep.
That's quite fun, I guess.
Yeah, I was thinking of picking up a bunch of that when I get my own apartment, and then lining like I don't know,
like a banister, like the stair banisters.
That's an even better idea, actually. I was actually thinking like a whiteboard or a cork board, and then put up all my minifigures on it.
Oh, that's cool. You could make like some mountain climbers, and they could just be like climbing the wall and stuff. That'd be that could be really fun, actually. It always reminds me of, I don't know if you've seen that picture of someone who's repaired all the cracks in the wall with Lego.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah. It always reminds me of stuff like that. Oh, it's cool.
Yep, that stuff's pretty good. And then promising director prizes. This looks really cool. There's like a whole book on special effects.
Nice.
Helping hands tool, which is really funny because these helping hands, they're usually used for soldering.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Yeah, because I literally have one on my desk right here. I use this to solder wires, and I use this to solder circuit boards. I didn't even think until just now to use that for stop motion.
Yeah.
So ingenious, quite
ingenious.
It's
probably quite a handy tool.
I think it'll do the trick. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the rubber pads on the clips, so you do risk damaging your Lego. Those clips are a little intensive.
We've got a Brickfilmers Guild comment in the chat. I think could be quite a good discussion, Chris.
Oh,
Should the
that is a
BFC
good one.
Film Festival this year change its rules concerning CGI? What are the current rules considering the use of CGI? I'm not super. I don't want to accidentally say something incorrect.
Yeah, be good. Yeah, let's wait for that comment, and then I think we can kick into a discussion. One thing I do want to quickly point out on Bricks in Motion, because I kept accidentally scrolling over it. I figured we may as well talk about it. You got Zach Macias, Legoander, Benjamin Eli, Joseph Hayden. Guys, these are the ones who need a bribe, okay?
So find their addresses, send them flowers, chocolate, or Lego because they probably prefer that.
Yep, severed horse head if they're not cooperating.
Yeah.
Say
To the
that out loud.
Godfather. Yeah, to the Godfather. That's good.
There we go. And then rules deadline submission. This is over at Bricks in Motion. You know where this is at. Go to the forums and check that out because I'm not going to read this super small text. Oh, and here's Shawarma. Shawarma's excited. But yeah, that is the deal. I do find the theme is kind of interesting, and I think this goes back into the CGI question of it. Like the whole idea is based off of classic films before you had a whole lot of computer effects or CGI, like different ways to trick the eye into buying a scenario using practical effects or using just little techniques and tricks, almost like a film rhetoric in a sense.
Yeah, probably mean a lot of black and white films, which could be cool. You could get some really nice film grain effects going on there, which might actually look nice. And actually, this is probably quite a good opening for you budding animators out there. If you think, I'm not so fussed about taking part because I don't have Dragon Frame, I don't think I can win or anything. I think you could incorporate a little bit of accidental camera shaking into this to make it look a bit more like old school, if you know what I mean, Chris.
You know what? I agree.
You could probably get away with a lot more.
I think you could. And one thing that I think would be really good about this for beginning stop motion artists is to start thinking of ways to start messing with the scene a little bit, adding in little details, because it's easy to do the walk cycle with that one angle with the 48 by 48 gray base plate. We all started there. You all know what I'm talking about. But this is a good time to start thinking about adapting the scene in ways to. Like I like the quote that's mentioned here at the top. So I'm gonna scroll up here in the podcast. I'm gonna scroll up here in my open window so I can actually read it. Movies are fake. Movies lie. It's up to the director to make these lies convincing, so the audience can share in the fun of believing them. At first I read that and I'm like, why are we lying to people? And I read the rest of the quote and I'm like, oh, that's profound. Like for real.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Yeah, I'm interested to see what comes out. How long is this contest on for? Is it just a week like Brawl, or is it
let's
bit
see.
longer?
Right down here. So the deadline, I believe, is here we go, September 3rd, 2018 at 11:59 a.m. UTC. So let's see, July, August. You got about 2 months to do this.
Bit of time, a hefty bit of time.
Yep.
So it could be some long films. I guess this is the summer contest.
Yep, this is their summer contest.
Nice. Okay.
So it's gonna overlap with Brawl again.
Was it Spirit of Adventure last year?
Yep. Now that was a fun one.
Yeah. There was some good. I remember talking about it on the Frame100 podcast. Plug our own show.
Yeah, you should watch it.
Yeah, there was some really good entries to this last year. So yeah, I'm keen. I'm keen to see. I'll be interested to see if anyone knows a Basil Rathbone. If anyone knows who Basil Rathbone is, my hat comes off to you. He was Sherlock Holmes from like 1939 when it was all black and white.
Oh yeah, I remember back in the day.
If someone could make a cool Sherlock Holmes film, black and white and whatnot, yeah, I'd buy into that. I'd definitely buy into that.
Be kind of cool.
Yeah. So that's what I would do if I was doing it. I don't know. So I'm probably not going to do this contest. I don't know. Are you going to do this contest, Chris? Or
I'm really tempted. So early this morning,
so you don't want to give away too many of your ideas.
I can kind of give away this one because I got to turn it in today anyways. Everyone's going to read it pretty soon. But I was doing the script writing contest for the Brick-a-Brack summer contest. And
Nice.
Without disclosing too much, but it's fine because I'm going to have to turn it anyways, I have this kind of train mystery, but it's kind of mixed with a spy movie and kind of a 1940s military setting. Like, you know how in
Nice.
Full Metal Alchemist, where they have this sort of imperialistic military tone to it, but they're all fictional countries?
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, so kind of doing something like that, but it all takes place aboard a train, and it's kind of a mystery slash spy thriller slash military thriller.
Whoa.
And
Orient Express V2 confirmed.
hey, there we go. Yeah, I kind
No,
of
sorry,
borrowed from
Orient
that
Express.
aesthetic a little bit too. And
Nice.
the main reason this comes to mind is because thinking about what they talk about here in the movie, trying to trick the audience into buying into the story. And one way that I might be able to interpret that, correct me where I'm wrong, is in the story of in and of itself. Because one thing I try and do is I try to really confuse the audience on who exactly the heroes and the villains are. Like this isn't exactly Avengers Infinity War we're talking here. Most of the time you're like, okay, so this guy, he seems sketchy, but this guy also seems sketchy. So I'm wondering if I can use that idea to kind of, sell the whole movies are fake, movies lie, make the audience believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Oh, brilliant.
maybe.
Brilliant.
I don't know.
That
And
sounds like, yeah, it sounds
see,
exciting.
Brickfilmers Guild just got back to us on the CGI. Sorry to interrupt. They
Oh,
said,
yeah, no. Go ahead.
yeah,
Yeah, I saw that.
yeah, they said it's vague. Says the principal animation technique must be stop motion.
Okay. This is open. This is open for a nice chat.
There we
Okay,
go.
Chris. Give me your initial thoughts.
All right, initial thoughts, and then hit me with a monologue, because I don't really have a monologue planned out. But if it's primarily stop motion, the rules are kind of clear there. However, because the Brick Filmers Guild Film Festival divides up into categories, a CGI category would work out pretty well, I'd say.
Yeah, and I think it would definitely sort of act as a catalyst to getting more and more CGI brick filmers and CGI animators out there on the playing table, which and that is the thing that sort of oh god, I'm tripping over my words here, but sort of the more people that do CGI brick films, the better the quality. I mean, Gareth's quality of brick film is already pretty unobtainable, but the more films that are made, the further the envelope edges will be pushed, and the more awesome shots we'll all get to experience, and that's always a good thing.
That is true. It actually reminded me of a guy I was talking with over at the Our Universe Animation Project. He does CGI and 3D animation with Lego, but he says he doesn't really have anything that he's fully published yet. And I think one of the things that incentivizes brick filmers to actually publish their work in some form, YouTube, Vimeo, Bricks in Motion, Bric-a-Brac, etc., is contests.
Nice.
Because now you got a
Yeah,
deadline.
yeah.
Now you're forcing yourself to commit. I'm done at this time. So that might
Exactly,
help with the world of CGI brick films.
exactly.
Hmm.
But I don't know how long the one thing I will say, if there is a CGI category, I know it sort of doesn't matter, but it is. I don't know. Does it take longer to do CGI shots? I mean, it takes ages to render them.
Yep.
But
Gareth, what are your thoughts on that?
yeah, I'd be interested. Just give us sort of a rough outline. How long did it take you to make Scene from Squad 42 or Squad 42?
Yep. One thing you did mention above is, to be honest, I think it wouldn't be fair to compete CGI versus stop motion. I can do things in 3D that just aren't feasibly possible for hand-done stop motion, lighting, camera movements, and such.
Yeah,
So
but
that,
I always
yeah.
I get what you're saying, but I always remember, I think it was at AKP Studios, he did a shot of Darth Vader walking through a corridor, and then all of a sudden the camera panned 360 degrees, and I was like, whoa, whoa, that's crazy.
That's tricky.
So
I can't do that with the
it's
C920 very easily.
no, I'm pretty sure he was using a very small webcam. You definitely couldn't do it with a DSLR, and well, I mean, I guess you could, but
Yep.
oh,
Oh,
Jesus, I have
man.
so much respect for some of these guys.
Oh, man. See, now you got me thinking about, I had an idea for a project where I'd use a microcontroller or an FPGA to remotely control like a really tiny, tiny camera for stop
Whoa,
motion.
whoa.
Yeah, I could go into a large tangent. I don't think I'm going to quite yet. Instead, I'm going to talk with BFG here. Should CGI and stop motion compete directly, though? because
Well, it's
that
interesting.
is a question that automatically follows if suddenly, boom, CGI becomes
And
a
then
contest
what
winner.
do you do with films that have a bit of both? Where do they go?
Indeed. Like
It's
here, worst case scenario, 50% stop motion, 50% CGI. What is it? What are you?
yeah. I guess then you really are asking the question of where does the story occur? You know, if it's a space battle and all the dialogue is physical, then I would argue that it's a stop motion job. But I don't know. I think that would be potentially quite grey.
Well, here's another
Yeah.
idea on how you could really screw with people. The film is about an alternate reality, like sans the Matrix or Inception or something. The real world is stop motion. The fake world is CGI.
Whoa.
Someone puts
Yeah,
this
that
together.
would be a cool film. That would be a cool film to watch.
I would love to do it. So you submit that film to a contest and you say, hey, it's got stop motion. And now how are people supposed to interpret it?
You could go one step further. You could go 3 dimensions, one film, stop motion, CGI, real life. Oh my!
I'm not going to throw
Oh
another
my!
bucket of Lego, Tom.
climb back up onto your rock.
Climb back on. Oh gosh, the stares
Oh,
I got from
goodness.
people when I did that. Brick filmers, we suffer. But yeah, reading some of the comments here, Brick Filmers Guild. There's a certain magic to stop motion. It's hard to make CGI look like stop motion.
That is the real skill. I feel like there's that moment where it goes from, oh, you're just messing around, to, oh, this is actually a really cool film. And I feel like that bar, not saying this in a derogatory way, but that bar is a little bit lower for stop motion than it is for CGI. So like the level you get to when your CGI is looking like wow, that could be real life. Because I guess what people strive for with CGI is actually making it look as realistic as possible and getting back to the stop motion feel.
You know what? I completely agree. And my main argument for that is the Lego movie.
Yeah.
Because that is CGI, but they go to deliberate attempts to mimic stop motion and mimic actual plastic, like scratch details or thumbprints, or all the sand that covers Bricksburg in the second one. Like all of that is intentionally designed to mimic the stop motion environment without committing to stop motion. Now, of course, we're not quite there yet, and Gareth did pull off some things in Squad 42 that I don't think I could do in a brick film. He mentioned as much about that. In fact, here he says, I think there's something beautiful about the risk of stop motion. There's so much less margin for error in CGI. If you make a mistake, you can just fix it there and then.
It's potentially got that round the wrong way. There's so much more margin for error. No. What am I saying? The man's correct. There's so much less margin for error in CGI. If you make a mistake, you can just fix it there and then. Yeah. But I guess you suffer because it's like 12 hours later and your room is heated up to 1,000 degrees because you've rendered it like crazy. But I guess having said that, if you're in a contest, setting, so you've got like a week to do this and you've just lost a day, then that could potentially be sort of, it could increase the risk. But I guess it wouldn't increase it too much. You just sort of do it in lower quality, check it works, and then render it out full.
Yeah, I could see that. And I mean, that's kind of a similar idea with stop motion. If your scene sucks, you can redo the scene, but again, you're wasting so much time. And like we said before, brick filming is budgeting. You only have so many resources to go around. What do you focus on, and what do you let take hits? So that's another question that comes to mind.
Yeah.
Indeed. No, and Gareth said that real fake world idea is brilliant. Gareth, if you take that idea and run with it, I'll subscribe to you with every fake account I have. I mean, I'll watch it quite a bit.
And Chris has sorry, Chris, how many subscribers do you have these days?
Just over 2,000. 2274 last I checked.
So you have 2273 fake accounts. Wow, they let you have that many.
Yeah, and that last account, that was my mother.
That's my mother. What's going on here?
Oh, there you go.
That's
fine. Chat error.
Yeah.
Chat was trying to censor Dragon Brick Studios for saying Thack. YouTube's like, no, don't talk about. We haven't recovered. Thank you.
It's literally takes me back to that FAQ entry from oh goodness, oh the name is slipping my. Do you know the film I'm talking about, Chris? When he's like, I've been he thinks it's the 48-hour animation.
Oh yeah. It's so hard to say that title without drawing the weirdest of looks from people.
Yeah.
Like FAQ.
Yeah.
What? Watch your mouth. I'm getting some soap. No. I'm talking about the 48-hour animation contest.
I've been FAQing all evening. Oh, Henry, I am very tired. I love that. I think legitimately
film
that
pushes
is
so
in
many
my top
boundaries.
5 favorite Brig films of all time. I love it so much.
Indeed. And we kind of stole the idea right from it. We have Thack, 24-hour. We have Shaq, 72-hour. But no one quite wants to touch 48-hour. Oh boy. Why is this so funny? I don't know why it's so funny.
Oh, you just reminded me of something actually, which is totally off the topic of contest. But Fancy Pants tweeted this week, and he said I should probably get around to do episode 3 of the Clone Training Center. So I guess that's episode 3 confirmed. Seriously, this time.
Boom.
So that should be exciting. Because I love those films as well. Those are great. Those are great.
You know your brick films are great when another guy takes the time to make an entire video about why those brick films are great.
Yeah.
Like oh, who was it? I want to say it was Lone Clone actually. He did an entire video essay about why Clone Training Center.
Clone Training Center.
Yep. Is just so great. And I agree with him
Yeah.
on virtually every point. Now, granted, I think it would have been a little bit cooler if say the sets were a little more impressive, or whatever. But he really nails the idea of budgeting. Like you can only do so much. What are you gonna focus on? Dang, Fancy Pants focused on the right things.
Thank you, BFG. Yeah, I would say, and also, although yeah, I agree with you, the sets could be better. I think it's a wonderful example for people out there who think, oh, I don't have, 1,000 2x4 grey pieces. I can't make a cool clone base. This guy made a cool clone base, and it didn't look anything at all like they do in the films and stuff. But
exactly, because this here. Which screen thing again, and you can't see my mouse, but you can see my mouse. Brawl, that's the kind of thing where budget. You can't make the set of your dreams.
Yeah.
Fancy Pants didn't make the set of his dreams, but he made the film work.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Indeed.
For sure. Yeah, so I think have we covered all the contests we've got, or have you got another one up your sleeve, Chris?
There is another one, and I'm going to try and segue with this whole idea of budgeting and sets. We have the Bric-a-Brac Summer Contest.
Ooh.
So this one's going down on... Funny enough, it pretty much started around the same time as... Actually, no, it started a little bit later after the Bricks Motion one, but it ends around the same time as well. And this one's kind of different. So what we got here is... It's kind of a... Think of it as like a brick film athlon in a sense, with multiple different events. And the fun part about this is that we got 8 different events, 8 different sets of prizes. If you can make one week, but you can't make the another week, that's fine. Have fun with it. Got like a script contest. There's one where you have to adapt a brick film, which is going to be tricky because I'm going to have to adapt a film for this contest for Brawl and make it Bob and Randy. So we'll see how that goes.
God, Chris, we'll come back to Frame100 podcast next week, and Chris hasn't slept since this episode.
I probably won't sleep.
It's good we got rid of the cameras because he'll have like bloodshot eyes, and he'll be like,
"Welcome to the Frame100."
He'll be on like an IV drip, like falling asleep at the desk, and oh my goodness, Chris!
But pizza, ramen, and coffee.
Red Bull
for a week. I might do Red Bull. I might get that desperate. Don't tempt me. Yeah.
Oh
Unfortunately, the week after that, though, is the set design one, which should be a lot easier, and which is also convenient because I'm going camping that week.
How do you do the set design contest? You just have to design a set, or do you have to animate in the set?
I don't know, actually. They haven't published the rules for it. I'm kind of restricting my knowledge because I plan to enter in some of these, and I don't want to take an advantage over anyone else.
Yeah. That's good man, Chris. That's good man.
Trying.
Gentleman's round of applause.
Why, thank you. I think I may have accidentally cheated the system a little bit because for the script contest, one of the example scripts is a Bob and Randy one, so I may have accidentally cheated the system. But oh well. And then there's like a soundtrack contest, storyboard contest, and 3 different animation contests. So kind of like two mini brawls, and then a third one, which is like a 2-week brawl. So that'll be interesting to see how that goes down. But the fun thing about this is that you can pick any week you want to jump in, jump out. All the prizes, they're all provided by Lego. And there's some pretty cool ones. There's also a couple other prizes that I can't quite talk about because they're super secret. And,
but they're cool. Can you confirm cool out of 10?
I can confirm cool out of 10. I can't confirm what they
Wow.
are because I don't want Maxu to issue sanction 8.2.
It's like the modern day Order 66.
I made a meme about that the other day.
I think that's where I saw it.
I'll see if I can subtly drop it off here in the chat without causing issues. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so we went ahead and just got a whole bunch of different things going down for this contest. So it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
and
that's cool.
It's flexible, which I think is a main example.
BFG said, I wish week 2 would have been to Enter Brawl. Yeah, I kind of got that. That might have encouraged a sort of like an olive branch between the 2 big sites to work together a bit. But I don't know.
We tried going about that, but then we kind of had a bit of a communication error. We're trying to figure out how it was going to work. I think.
So that was actually considered.
Yeah, we thought about it. We thought because there's also sort of a scoreboard kind of going on with who wins which contest and whatever with our badge system. So we were thinking, well, okay, if we have some BAB guys enter Brawl and they do well in Brawl, well then we can, throw them into the ranks on our site. But we couldn't quite work it out. It was a little unclear on how we were going to get things to go down. And I mean, next year if we try this idea again, we're gonna see if we can open up the channels a bit and say, okay, here's what we're actually looking at. In the meantime, well, the dice fell where they did, and so we got 2 contests going on. Yeah. But you know what? I'm still pretty darn sure we can do them both at
0
once.
contests.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Do lots of prizes as well, don't forget. So
indeed. Like theoretically, if you pull it off, I'm gonna try, and hopefully you guys can try. If you play your cards right, you could theoretically win 2 prizes from 2 different sites with 1 video.
And Chris is going to be the first man to do it.
Hopefully so. Here we go.
# Team Chris.
Yeah, Team Chris, because Chris Wynn is here. So, Chris, you take bribes, right? Okay. Oh, hang on. We got BFG and Gareth signing off.
See you later,
Thanks for joining us, guys.
See you later, Gareth. Yeah. Nice to chat.
Thanks for the food for thought, food for discussion.
Yeah, good discussion today.
Yep, good stuff. But Chris. So if I can meet you behind an alley or something, name your price. Money is no object. If I have to sell one of Tom's kidneys, we'll make it work.
Chris, I'll double it, but if it's my kidneys, I really can't double it because then I'll have no kidneys.
You need your kidneys.
I'd loaded that comment in my head, and I pulled the trigger, and then I realized you'd said, "I'll give you one of Tom's kidneys," and I was like, "I can't double that. I can't. I'm sorry.
You can't quite match that."
No.
Good times.
Oh, dear.
Well, Chris, because you're in the chat, check this out. Boom. There's Brawl. There's your dolphin with your sunglasses. Chris, you got any comments on Brawl? What's gonna look like this year? Any tips and tricks?
Where did you find such a cool dolphin?
Yeah, that too. Let's ask the real
Coolest
questions.
dolphin I've ever seen.
And he says he only accepts kidneys.
What about kidney beans?
Let's see.
Give you 2 of those.
We got 6 members in the Frame100 podcast. We all have 2 kidneys apiece. I can offer you 7 kidneys. And we'll leave it to Chance just to donate 2.
Like Russian roulette.
Russian roulette with kidneys. It's like, well, Matt, I hope you're not attached to this.
Hey, Penta.
Oh, we got Penta, the man, the myth, the legend. Oh, you know what? This would be a good time to ask him about the idea of CGI.
Yeah.
In which brickfilm contests.
Brawl equals cool. I can confirm, as a ex-cool person myself, it is cool if you enter Brawl.
There we go. So Chris doesn't know about the dolphin picture. He doesn't remember where he got it from. Just the interwebs. He also says, pace yourself. Don't assume you can do it later. good
Yeah, that's a
advice.
classic.
Unless
Like,
you really
definitely
want to do
don't say
Thack
what
twice a
you're
year,
doing
but
first.
that's insane.
They'll do what Trevor does. Trevor leaves everything to the last day, and then he goes, "Oh goodness, I forgot to take a picture of the background image. Now I can't key out my my stand." And he's like frantically messaging the group chat, being like, guys, help me out here. I've got 8 hours to go." Yeah, don't be Trevor, guys. Although he did win, so I guess we really can't say don't be Trevor, because
Yeah. Be Trevor asterisk.
yeah, be Trevor. Terms and conditions don't actually be Trevor in terms of his timekeeping, because it sucks.
There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I wish I could have entered Brawl last year. I was on the other side of the world, so it wasn't going to happen.
Nah, that does make it complicated.
Yeah, I know,
Actually, I think I took a day off work last week because I was working, so I took a day off, just did it all in one day.
oh dang,
Craziest day of my
I'm
life.
tempted to do that.
No, I'm kidding. It wasn't the craziest day of my life.
I might
But I
just be
digress.
able to pull it off. Chris Winn also says, take a shower and meditate on the theme. I can do that very easily. I can do that every day.
Do some. Go cut the grass. Go cut the grass. Start thinking about it. Go have a shower. Think about your script. Don't try not to do what I did with my Brawl last year. I basically thacked myself, and I mean that in the THAC sense.
We could go with that in so many directions.
And because I ended up doing it basically all in one day, and definitely don't do what I did in that I did a classic Austin, and he'll call me up on this. But I started filming my film without knowing how it was going to end, because I was like, oh my goodness, I'm running out of time. Let's just go. I've had too many days thinking about the scripts. Don't spend too long thinking about your script, but still think about your script. It's like the catch-22.
Yeah. Like, on that note, because when we did Thack, I spent about an hour or so on the script and then an hour on initial set design. So maybe for Brawl, about half a day on the script maximum.
Yeah, scale it up. It's like 7 hours, isn't it?
Yeah, there we go. So that'd be about, if you're assuming like, if you got 16 hours a day to do it and about 8 hours of sleep, if you spend 7 of those hours working on the script, and of course you got to factor in the rest of your life and real life responsibilities and walking the dog and stuff.
So there you go, all you Brits.
You can make it work.
You wake up tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, have a nice brunch. Think of that over brunch with your orange juice. Start penciling down some ideas, then get crazy with the old typewriter, and then by tea time, afternoon tea, you should be thinking about getting ready to go. And then if you're not, don't worry about it, because you've still got 6 days.
Okay. Ideas are cranking.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, Chris, I've already set Chris off.
Yep, there we go. Boom. I think I am going to take tea time on this one. There we go. Yeah, this is going to be a crazy summer. I wrote an article for Brick Video Studio, the brickfilm Roku channel, about all the contests going down. I wrote kind of a funny intro. I said, if you say you have nothing to do this summer, you're lying, because there is so much going on. So it'll be a lot of fun to really see how this goes down. Contest season kind of just brings out the best in terms of brick filming, I would dare argue. I mean, everyone's finally something out there.
I'd agree with that, because I think basically all the massive contests go down apart from Thack. Well, I guess the major contest, because it's the opportune time, isn't it, over the summer holidays? But
everyone's pretty much free.
It always seems to me like there are more contests each year. I guess this probably isn't true, and they're just getting more publicity, or I'm coming across them, and I'm sort of getting into the community more. But there seems to be. I mean, it's a mad summer this year. Think about next year. Like, blimey.
Indeed, it'll be crazy. I
feel
know
like
that
a triathlete.
Oh man. Yeah, preparing for contests almost feels like a competitive sport at this point.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's like the summer of Olympics. You got different sports.
The Summer Olympic Games. Pissed off,
The
get
Brick
on it.
Olympics. Yeah.
Indeed. But one of the good things is if you're winning these contests, you get more Lego, and more Lego means more brick films. More brick films means winning more contests. So just win all of them.
It's a snowball effect. Yeah, it's a snowball effect. There you go. That's a quote from Chris. Win all of them. So if you hadn't thought about that already, yeah, good one, Chris. I like that. I like that. Win all of them. That's actually
Why,
quite a
thank
good
you.
life motto.
Yep, life motto: win all of them. Win all of what?
Win
All of
everything.
them. Win everything.
All of them. Everything.
Win the what? Everything.
Sam, what do you
Like,
want in your sandwich? I'd like to
brawl?
win. I'd like a win in my sandwich.
There we go. You have to just win at everything. Chris win at everything.
Yeah, I like that.
It had to be
I
done. You know, he's probably over there sitting at his keyboard going, "Oh my goodness, he said that. I've heard it 1,000 times. I'm going to disqualify him immediately."
I thought Chris was a cool guy. I was wrong. There have definitely been more contests this year. Oh yeah. So Sean is confirming with me. That's good. Hello, Malo Film. Hello.
Oh, how's it going, man? You know what? We were joking around on BAB the other day because Mallow just joined us as an admin, and I said, "Can someone please let Mallow film already? He's been asking since 2017." And everyone's just like, "What in the world? Get off this chat! You're crazy." So that was pretty funny. Yep, yeah, Chris. I totally did not think of that joke. Insert laugh track here. Absolutely. You know, Chris, I feel your pain. From a guy whose last name is Major to a guy whose last name is Win. Yeah, we suffer. We suffer for
One of the
cause.
first things I said to our Chris was, I was like, Chris, if you're in the army, I guess you could be Major. And he was like, yep, heard that one before.
1,000 times. I think there's only one guy on the planet ever came with an original one. Mace from the BCC.
Me.
He's the only one who came with an original one.
Oh, what was that?
He said, all you other Chris's are minors. We got the major. I'm like, ha. That's weak, but it's original. I'll give you points.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Actually, the wiki categories for brick films by year also list contests and festivals in the individual years. And the number has been increasing every year for a while now. Oh, look at that.
Okay, I'm going to have to go
I don't know
look
if that's
that up,
inflation or growth. I guess it's growth. Definitely not inflation.
I dare say so. Well, for one thing, you know, as you're adding wiki entries, you're definitely going to catch more and more contests. Wow, yeah. Penta, thank you.
Major win, more like epic fail. Yeah.
Ouch.
Love that. Sebastian is saying he doesn't have such a long break like the guys in the US. Yeah, you Yanks don't seem to do much work. Hashtag got it.
We really
just
don't.
Just kidding. Although I can't really talk because ever since I was in college in the university education system, my summer holidays have been like 12 weeks plus. It's a joke. I can't even remember what 5.5 weeks summer holidays are like anymore.
Yeah, just with classes, it's so restricted on time. Which think about that. If you don't have a job this summer, cough, younger grade school people, and if you don't have responsibilities, cough, younger grade school people, Brawl is your ticket.
Yeah, exactly. You have no idea.
You can automatically outgun all the old people. Do it.
Yeah.
There we go.
So
LTW, I'm not going to reply to that.
We're just chatting. We're just chatting about Chris's last name and how comic it can be.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
What even is reality anymore? Delete reality.exe. Anyways.
Reality.exe has stopped working.
It has stopped working. Star Wars Studio 100, I swear, if that shows up in a brick film, I will unsubscribe from everybody and I will throw my computer out the window.
Echo Squadron, Ground Force, led by Sergeant Major.
Oh, but it keeps on coming. Dragon Chris. Brick, I swear, Dragon Brick.
Then who's Chris Minor? It's like kind of like Poggle the Lesser.
Who's Poggle the Great? We don't talk about him. LTW, we don't talk about him. Oh gosh.
Oh god.
Oh man.
Oh god. So we've I totally lost track of time there, to be honest. We've made quite a hefty way into this because we didn't think we were going to make it that far today, to be Chris.
Indeed. Austin, Matt, Trevor, and Jared, look what we did. You should have been here.
I think you're mispronouncing melt, and actually Jared's pretty cool, so we'll let him have his.
Should we go off of the tags on our chat here? Hot and mild, spicy, bland
Oh yeah, so
and bland.
so in our Frame 100 Discord chat, we have spice level tags. So currently I'm sat on spicy. I think me and Jared are spicy. Chris, unfortunately, you seem to be on the bland level. I don't know who else is on the bland. Is
Actually,
Matt
I am
bland?
hot and mild
Travis
because apparently
bland?
I can add my own rolls.
Ugh, hot and mild, yeah, and Austin and Marcus is hot and mild. Like, Austin
Yep.
has so many
And then
famous
Austin's alt account based off of. I have no
Lisa's
idea
downgrade.
who Lily Reinhardt is, but it's
Hey,
creepy.
me
Okay.
neither. Beats me.
Austin is
Oh.
Austin. He is an enigma. He is a perpetual penumbra. And then we have Matt
Wow,
and Trevor, who are
that
also listed as bland. So, what does one even do with that?
oh god, that's funny.
Goodness
Oh, that's
gracious.
good. So, have you got any personal announcements you want to make, Chris, or anything like that? I guess. Is there anybody actually? This is a great opportunity for the community. Has anyone got any upcoming films they'd like us to plug for?
And while those comments are loading, because they're still talking about it, quick story time. So when my family came over from Ukraine back in like who knows how long ago, like 3 or 4 generations or something, when they came over here, they had to pick a last name to get them through immigration services. And at the time, apparently in Canada, Major was the last name of several large businesses and corporations. Like the families behind those, their last name was Major, and so they all thought, hey, you know what? Let's go with that last name because A, it sounds cool, and B, they're probably gonna be more likely to get into business. Well, needless to say, that did not work, and now their great grandchildren are cursed with this freaking last name.
Oh man,
I want to go back
that's
in time. I want to stop
fantastic.
them and say, okay, guys, think this through. Do you know what a podcast? Okay, you don't know what a podcast is. Just think this through, guys.
Technology.
There we
Oh,
go.
that's crazy. I didn't know your family roots go back to Ukraine. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, on my dad's side, I want to look into it more. Shorma and I we were talking about it the other day. He
That's really
was like,
cool.
dude, you got go look it up. Beautiful culture, and you might learn a few things. I'm like, definitely.
That's really cool. My granddad did that. This is so off topic, but I guess
May
it's
as well.
closing up.
Let's go for it.
My granddad did like he got really into he's like tracing the family tree back, and I think he's gone like 7 or 8 generations back now. We're into like the early 1800s, and it's
Oh wow,
like wow, it's crazy.
that is very
It is
impressive.
crazy, yeah. All pretty English, I must admit. I must
Oh,
admit.
that's pretty sweet. Nice.
Yeah.
That's
But
pretty cool.
anyway, watch out. Outbreak 3 is currently being filmed. So that's Star Wars Studio 100. I can
Nice.
confirm. Cool voice actors confirmed. Ant-Man Episode 5. Oh, yeah, I saw you.
Yes,
I was going to
please.
shout that out earlier. I saw your comment on that. Don't
I
so
love
that's
Ant-Man so
LOTW
much.
Studios.
One of these days, I
That's
might
fun.
throw in an Ant-Man reference in Bob and Randy. Like, I don't know, maybe Ant-Man is Bob and Randy's favorite superhero or something. I don't know.
I don't know if
William will talk about it.
I don't know. Oh, this is going to be like the most ambitious crossover in history. You and Trev do your crossover and get the crossover in this as well. Oh my goodness.
Hey, it'd be
The
pretty
real
fun.
hashtag the
See
real
what happens.
Avengers. I don't know if any of you Brits used to watch Scrappy Challenge, but you have 2 hours remaining for Brawl. So
Oh, there we go. Starts in just over 2 hours. Okay. A week of hell begins for me.
we've held
Pizza and ramen, guys. Pizza and ramen. Oh goodness.
So I guess we can start closing out here, Chris.
I think we should.
It's getting on for that. So we yeah, I've really enjoyed this episode. Actually, we've had a nice little casual chit chat about the contest, and it sounds like we've got a very exciting summer. It's already begun. Some of these contests have already started, and obviously we've got Brawl in 2 hours by the time this finishes. So everyone just gotta have a power nap, you know.
Yep, there we go. I might just do that. I bought a new Lego set, so maybe I'll build that in anticipation of Brawl. We'll see.
Oh, what have you got? What have you got? What have you got?
It was the Lego City bus station. It was originally 50, marked down to 40. Probably still a little bit too expensive for what I ended up paying for it. But you know what?
20% off
want
is
more
20%
city stuff.
off.
Yeah, but it's like 337 pieces, and they have
40
40 for it. again, city inflation, but there's a lot of pieces here I can use. I just need more city elements because if I'm going to try and
city
build any good
inflation.
sets,
You are talking to the Star Wars collector.
you know how it feels, man.
Welcome to the club. We've been here for 10 years.
Yep. Oh man, I feel for you guys. Okay, one last quick story. When I was over there, I saw this mom and her kid wandering around, and the kid's trying to figure out what he wants to get, and it's so funny watching parents buy Lego, parents who aren't in the community, because okay, I'm gonna apologize. They don't know what they're talking about at all.
Oh
like,
my
well,
God,
this one
tell
has
me
more
about it.
pieces. This one's for 9 years old, and this one's for 8 years. Like, it doesn't matter.
I had a
Pick up
woman
the
come
dang
up to me
set.
in a shop once, and she was like, she picked up a barnacle box, and she was like, "Oh, excuse me, you seem to know what you're talking about." And I was like, oh, I guess I'll pull in the boxes out. I think I was about 12 at the time. And she was like, "Could you build the person on the front of this with all the pieces inside?" And I was like, "What?
I hope so.
Yeah." I mean, I would hope so. So what? They just put random like images on, and you might get Lego inside. Yeah, you might not. It might just be peanuts, you know?
Lego sold separately. You might just be getting the box. I don't know.
Yeah. No added sugar.
Might be a different set. Might be a
God.
Mega Block set. Who knows? Oh goodness
Oh,
gracious! Parents,
right.
talk to your children about actual Lego. Actually, no.
Yeah.
Children, talk with your parents about actual Lego.
It's so funny because it's like 99% of things in life, the parent is very much the experience head on. But when it comes to Lego, I feel like the kids have definitely got it. Yeah, they've definitely got it.
Yep.
They're
There we
anything
go,
like I was when I was a kid. You like spend hours just staring at the catalogs.
Boom. Those were my
Oh,
summers. And
yeah.
you know, coming from Brickworld Chicago, where every adult there knows about Lego, and even more than both of us combined. Then coming back home, where I know more about Lego than the entire state of Montana combined. It's quite a gradient, man. It's quite a gradient.
You feel like you're in you've traveled to the future, and they're all holograms and stuff, and now you've traveled back to like the Dark Ages, and it's like they've got axes, they're cutting down wood and hiding in castles, and oh man,
oh, you know
that's
my
crazy.
pain.
That's crazy. Anyway,
Yep.
Thank you all for joining us and listening today. It's been cool. Frame100 podcast will be back with season 4, episode 3 next weekend. Same time, same place. Sadly, I will not be here. I don't know about you, Chris.
No, I'll probably be here as well.
Nice.
We'll see how it goes down. Hopefully, get some guests on board.
Yeah, so look forward to that. We'll see if everyone's sort of. Trevor will probably be working on his brawl entry or something, and he'll have like 2 hours to go. Definitely.
Start early, Trent. If you're listening, start early.
I will be taking a sweepstake of 4-1 odds. But anyway, thanks for listening, and I will see you guys some other time.
Yep. Later, everyone.